Everyone, here's Emily. So today I want to talk about how to shop when you're looking for data annotation company. There are mainly three categories of data annotation company. The first one is fully managed one. What they do is you give me your data set and then I will evaluate it and then I will give you a price, I will give you a timeline, and then I will deliver that. So they have a dedicated account manager to keep track of the progress, and if they have questions, they will communicate with you. And then this is the first category. The second category would be someone like more like freelancer site, so like Upwork or Amazon Mechanical Turk. So you can work with individuals. Usually those are people who have some extra time. They are looking for some extra cash, mostly in developing country because the wage is lower. And then I personally find this a little bit tricky because you have to talk to individuals and you really have not much idea about like this person's experience level, or like because an individual, they don't have a lot of resources to make things very sophisticated. And then, so the communication costs tend to be pretty high. Um, I think this may not be the best option if you do not want to spend a lot of time managing them. The third one is more like they do a lot of services, so they are more like a company that will capture wage arbitrage. They're mostly in either Eastern European or countries like Ukraine or Poland, these countries, or they're in India, Pakistan, countries. So they do everything like customer service, they will do like content writing, they can do like marketing, designing banners, so everything that you don't need a team to sit next to finish. So they're not a specialized company, but they definitely can help with like data annotation because it's also a matter of capturing wage arbitrage, wage differences. Yeah, I think I would definitely recommend most of the AI company to go with the first category just because the time can be spent more wisely on training the model. And then the price difference is also not necessarily that high, especially after you work with a company for some time, they really get to learn about you, so they don't really have to ask a lot of back and forth questions. So among the first category, there are two spectrum of companies. The first one is more like the US based company that are really well funded, like Scale AI, Allegiant. Those companies, they're really well funded, they're very professional, they have good design, the brand, they have very good data security policies, and they do put quite a lot of money on advertising. The good thing about like working with them is definitely like reliable, right? Like they have good reputation. If anything goes wrong, you can even sue them. But the problem is they're usually pretty expensive compared to the other side of the spectrum, which I will talk in a bit, because they have to hire a lot of people in the US, which the wages are higher. And then they also have a lot of overhead. I think if you can afford it, it would be a good option. Like on the other end of the spectrum, it would be more like developing country. There would be people from the Philippines, from India, Pakistan, or even Africa. They they know like this is something they can do, and then normally the problem with working with them is just like they are definitely cheaper, so which is attractive. And the problem is that they may not understand the North American standards or the communication style, so they may tend to overpromise because they want to get you as a client. They will say, "Oh, can do A, B, C, D, E," but then they may not be able to deliver. So this is like the pros and cons that, in a nutshell, definitely I experienced that. I just want to say, like, I want to put a disclaimer because I'm working as a sales in a vegan factor, so I can be very biased. And then I would love to highlight a little bit about why you have to choose us because we do get that question a lot. I think one part is that we are in between those two extreme. I think we have dedicated account manager who really understand North American communication style, and then because we have the operation team in China, they honestly allow me to be biased. They are the hardest working and the most disciplined people. So it's very the characteristic or the personality really match doing data annotation work, and then they also have loyalty for their job. I think in North America it's almost impossible to keep a person around to do like repetitive tasks like this forever. And then in China it's different because they don't have many options as like looking for jobs. Normally they're not someone with like high education or high language ability, so they will stay with the job, especially knowing the impact of what they work will turn out to be. So they can attach a meaning to it. So I have worked with a lot of annotators. They have been doing that for 2 to 3 years. They do the same thing every day. When I look at it, I find it a bit boring, but I don't know how they can like stay on it. They are passionate about it. They do really quick because practice makes perfect. And I think that the quality is also very high. And then when you really enlarge it to like, they can be as precise as like within 2 pixels. I was really impressed. So I just personally think that like, if you have a data set, if you are working with a company like annotation company, or you're doing in-house, you can like give it a shot and send some sample to us, and then we can just evaluate it. We can give you the lowest price possible, and then you can also give me some feedback. I will be definitely with your interest. I can even like bargain with the operation team just to fight for the lowest cost for you. And then we have an in-house tool that facilitate annotation. So if you need it, you can also shoot me a message. I can happily share the tool with you for free, especially during pandemic. I think everyone should support each other. Let's go from here, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.